Hi everyone, welcome. Today we're going to do some finger picking blues. Right, on this channel, a lot of people really enjoy the blues, a lot of people really enjoy finger picking. So what we're going to do today is merge the two and have a lot of fun. What we're going to do is take one of the patterns from my book, Fingerstyle 101. This is the book, that's the paper bound book. This is a spiral bound copy. You don't need the book for this, but if you want to get it, you can get it from fingerstyle101.com/book. We're going to do one simple pattern from the book, and it's just this. The outwards pattern, I call it, okay? Which is low E, G, B, high E. Now I use my thumb on the low E, index on the G, middle on the B, ring on the high E. You can use a pick if you want for this and just pluck all downs. String 6, 3, 2, 1. Low E, G, B, high E. And this is how it's going to sound, okay? I'll just play a few bars and we'll put it all together in a minute, but this is how it's going to sound. So we're just doing this little pattern, okay? Now you might think, oh, crikey, that's quite easy, but you know, we're changing it with a few chords in the blues. And we're doing that sort of thing. It's just nice and simple. Okay, and it's just going to get you playing the pattern, playing some chords, and we'll do it as a 12-bar blues, like I said. Okay, but the key thing is, okay, because you might have already learnt this pattern, what we're doing is adding the swing feel, the shuffle feel, okay? Whatever you want to call it. Because when I normally play this pattern as a fingerstyle pattern, you know, it's kind of like this. You know, simple stuff like that. You know, it's just a nice simple pattern that you can use in lots of different ways. But normally we play it with a very straight mechanical feel. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, that one, bam, bam, bam. Okay? But what we're doing with the blues, we're adding that little bit of a shuffle, that kind of a swing. So it's, okay, the normal feel, if I do it on the open strings, the normal feel would be like this. The bouncy feel would be like this. So it's exactly the same plucks, but it just changes up the feel dramatically, especially when we change up the chords as well. The pattern sounds totally different. Okay, it's that 1 and 2 and. The rhythm is that blues rhythm. Okay. So try and get that rhythm in your head. If you want to just hear it like this, you know, you could just mute the strings. We're after that, we're not after. Okay, so anyway, practice the rhythm just on the open strings, low E, G, B, high E. Bam, ba-dam, bam. You can try that with me after 4, nice and slow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And a bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Practice that rhythm, and now then what we'll do is put it together on some chords. We'll do an E7 chord, okay? Okay, and I like this version of the E7. It's my favourite. It's probably the hardest because it uses all 4 fingers. Got a second fret of the A string with the middle finger, second fret of the D string with the ring, first fret of the G with the index, and third fret of the B with the pinky. And we just play that pattern. It sounds cool, sounds very bluesy already. Okay, it's very simple. If you can't play that version of E7, play the easier version where we just use middle finger, second fret of the A, index, second fret of the G string. Okay, and the other strings are open. But of course, you might think, well, I'm not actually plucking the A string here, so do I really need that middle finger on? No, you don't. That's a good little thing that you can think about here. So really, this is just a 1-finger chord. But I like to play the full versions of chords generally. It's just easier. I know the chords inside out, and it's just, you know, muscle memory. But if you haven't got that muscle memory to play those chords, you know, the big way, say like the full E7, just do an easier version where you got index, first fret of the G, pinky, third fret of the B. Okay, still not easy because you've got to get on the tips of the fingers. So make sure your shoulder's not all locked up like this. A lot of people have the shoulder tense, and that really brings their elbow further back, and then it puts the fingers on rocked back, kills off the strings. If you can relax your shoulder, you can relax your elbow. I call it the elbow shoulder axis. Okay, good name, I know. So you can relax and you can get a bit more under and on the tips, okay? And you can adjust, because a lot of people have everything locked in place, but when you're playing guitar, be nice and relaxed, okay? Like I said, this is very much a beginner lesson, but okay, whichever version of E7 you play, we just play that for 4 bars, okay? So we'll do 1 bar, which is like this. That is 1 bar. We play the pattern twice. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, so we're going to play that 4 times. Okay, so just keep doing that pattern basically, okay? So let's just try that, then we'll do the A7, then we'll do the B7, and a kind of a little fun, very basic but cool sounding turnaround. Alright, okay, so we'll do 4 bars of that then. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to switch to the A7, okay? And you can do an easy version of that where you got 2nd fret of the B string, and we just switch our root note now. Thumb plucks the A string. So it's A, G, B, high E. Okay, if you want to play the fuller version of A7, just in case you end up wanting to strum the occasional chord, you know, you can put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. Okay, so 2 bars of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we're going to go back in the 12 bar blues to the E chord for 2 bars. Okay, that gives us 8 bars so far. Now we're going to go to a B7. Okay, and I'm going to play a simpler version of B7 again, where we've got middle finger 2nd fret of the A string, ring 2nd fret of the G string, pinky 2nd fret of the high E. Okay, you can have your index on 1st fret of the D string if you really want, but you don't need it. We'll just do 1 bar of that, okay? So it's A string, G string, B string, high E. Then into the A7. Then the E7. So that gives us 12 bars. You've got 4 bars of E7, 2 bars of A7, 2 bars of E7, 1 bar of B7, 1 bar of A7, and then E7 at the end. And we'll do 2 bars of that with a little bit of a turnaround. Like that, okay? Very simple. So when we get to the E7 at the end, what we're going to do for the little mini turnaround is play the pattern just once, so for half a bar. Then we're going to do 3rd fret of the A, 2nd fret of the A, a bit of vibrato, then this riff, which is just 2nd fret of the A, 1st fret of the A, open A, 3rd fret of the low E, open low E, and then you can just go back into it all over again, okay? Let's put it all together, okay? Give it a try with me, have some fun. This is simple. You know, beginner stuff like this sometimes feels like it should be easy, but nothing's easy till you learn it. Don't forget that, okay? You know, it's just like anything in life. Until you make it muscle memory, until you get it rock solid, it's not easy, okay? And that, you know, it's just like turning the TV over with a remote. People think you could do that, you know, in your sleep, but at one point in your life, we all had to learn how to do that, you know what I mean? So even the most simple things take practice at first. You know, I was teaching my son to tie shoelaces the other day, and you know what, it's the sort of thing that we all take for granted, but you have to learn it at some point. It's just like movements on the guitar. First time we do it, we have to learn them and take our time, be patient, and just enjoy the process. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could just go back into it if you want. Or just end it on a big strum. Okay, and what we're basically doing is just combining 2 different things there. You know, some blues, the 12 bar blues structure. This is a really good lesson for learning that structure, by the way, because everybody should know the 12 bar blues structure inside out. I always think the key of E major is a really good one because there's a lot of blues in that key. There's a lot you could do, okay, and there's a lot of things that you could play. You know, check out my other videos on the channel for that. But we're combining that with a bit of simple finger picking, you know, a finger picker pattern you may already know, that you may have never played like this before. So it's a lot of fun. So combine the 2 different things, enjoy, see where else you can apply that finger picking pattern as well. It's a nice simple one. You can apply it to normal chords, you can apply it to 7th chords, you can do all sorts. Just one simple pattern can take you a long way in life, you know? I'm not saying it's going to change your life, but you know what? Guitar can change your life. So enjoy the pattern, have fun, have a great time. If you want more from me on fingerpicking and the blues, check this out. Right, see you later, bye.